One Python concept, real use, let's make it stick.
In today's BitSize Python, we're going to talk about the data types in Python. So what we will cover in this video are 3 points. The first one is the 4 basic data types in Python, which are int, float, string, and boolean. And we also will learn how to check the types of values using the type function, and then we use real-life examples for each type. Okay, the first one is integer. Age is equal to, let's say, 25. Now let's print out what age is. Age is a, using the type function, we can check the type of age. Now let's run this. So 25 is a class of int. So this means that 25 is an integer. So it's a whole number. Okay, the second data type is a float. Let's say temperature. Temperature is equal to 36.6 Celsius. And then let's print out the type of this temperature. Temperature is a type temperature. And after we run, 30.6 is a class of float. So float is the second data type that we are talking about. It's a decimal number. So whenever you have a decimal number, then that data type is a float data type. So 36.6 is a class of float. The third data type that we're going to look at is a string. So let's say name, and then strings are in quotation, either in double quotations like this or single quotations. In quotation, let's say BitSize, and then let's print out the names. Name is a type name. So BitSize is a class of string. So that's the third data type. So whenever you see something inside a quotation mark like this, that are usually of class string. It's a string data type. The last one is a Boolean data type. Boolean is, for example, say, is student or not. Is student, let's say, true. So is student this variable, let's print out its type. Print is student is a type is student. Let's run this code, and then true, this true is a class of Boolean. So Boolean type. So it's either true or false. So there are 4 data types we've just looked at. The first one is integer, which is a whole number. The second one is a float, which is a decimal number. The third one is a string data type for texts, usually in quotation marks like this. So that's string. And then Boolean is true or false. These are the 4 data types. The second point that we're going to cover today is why data types matter. Knowing the types help prevent bugs. Some operations only work with certain data types. For example, we can add 2 numbers, say 5 plus 3. These are 2 numbers. So we can add them. It will be 8. So the Python can figure out their types, and then the same data types can be added. For example, like this, 5 plus 3 equal to 8. But mixing incompatible types causes an error. For example, if I add 5, which is a string, which is a text data type because it's in quotations like this, plus 3, this first one is a string, the second one is a integer data type, so this cannot happen. If you run this, you're going to get an error. Error type can only concatenate string to string, or can only add number to number. So we cannot do this. So let's comment this out. Now let's fix this by converting types. So 5 plus, we have to convert the 3 into a string, and then we can run it, and this will basically put 5 and then this 3 together. If you want to do the opposite, for example, we want to change the first one into an integer and then add 3, then it will become 8. Then it will not give you an error. So in summary, knowing the types help prevent bugs. Some operations only work with certain types. You can only add numbers to numbers, not numbers to texts. Okay. Now let's do a mini quiz. What is the data type? Guess the data type before you run each line. So x is equal to false. Print type x. So what do you think this type is going to be? It's going to be a, let's run it. It's a Boolean type. Okay, next example. Z is 7.0. So that is a decimal number. So decimal number's type is, it's a float. Okay, cool. The third one is y is equal to, in quotations, 3.14. Although this is a number inside a quotation, because it's in quotation, it's going to be a string. It's a text. It's considered as a text. When you run this, it's going to be a string. It's not a number. Okay, the last one is I is equal to 5, which is a whole number, which is an integer. So when you run this, the type is going to be an integer. So 5 is an integer. Cool. Summary, int is a whole number, float is for decimal numbers, string is for texts, and Boolean is true or false. We can use the type to check what kind of data we're working with.
That's it for today. Always learn more with less. Hit subscribe and don't miss out on daily videos.